That being said, he is a prominent Slayer. This guy, when he is activated, it is very, very hard to stop him. And I think what has been fantastic is he's been getting the support from the other Slayers, just like Spartan. I think if they continue to click like this will be a very deadly team going into this match.
Well, I think this series is going to be deadly, so it is over to our casters right now to get our elimination finals underway. We got Clutch and Goofy on the mics. Fellas, please take it from the desk. I want to see what happens at the end of this.
Lottie, thank you so much. Goofy here, joined by my man Clutch, and I could not be more excited for this elimination bracket finals. We have a treat on our hands, and you can't make these storylines up. These are spicy. Renegade going up against his old squad in Cloud9. Bound going up against his old squad in FaZe and Clutch. Tell me about these two teams. Are you surprised to see these two teams here? Sentinels has been knocked out. Tell me about it.
This is what we call fate. Because last night I was here till 11:30. There was a B-stream match. It was FaZe versus Cloud9, and after it, Renegade let his old team know exactly what he thought about their potential without him. He said explicit language, but he basically said, "You are nothing without me." Ooh. And of course, Cloud9, they respond like the champions they are. They find themselves on an elimination bracket run. They find themselves with an opportunity to get back at Renegade. It's gonna be game one on the streets. As we kick this series off, the winner, they go to the grand finals to see Optic Gaming. But you know the rivalry here, you know the bad blood, and I can't wait to get this one kicked off.
Streets Oddball will be your game number one. You got the Rockets, you got the Bulldog, and you're gonna need to use a whole lot of teamwork to make it to that grand finals. As I cannot wait to get into this series. We're gonna have a banger, as you would say, Clutch.
Hey. Explicit language paired with Renegade, obviously. We're gonna kick this one off with Stellar, the main Slayer for this Cloud9 roster ever since Renegade's departure, and he's picked it up here on the elimination bracket run. Eco with rockets in hand as well, so it does look like Cloud9 do a phenomenal job at the start to get the power in their hands.
Early ball time for Cloud9 and rockets in the hands of Eco. Great start for Cloud9 as Bound moving his way over towards the tram, and Eco just providing cover with those rockets. Two members go down though for Cloud9. That tram setup may go in the hands of FaZe.
Yeah, that was not where Cloud9 wanted to bring that ball. They had no idea members of FaZe were in there. They lose the battle, and Eco kind of caught with his pants down there, has the rockets, doesn't put them to use. And what should be a significant Cloud9 lead at the start of this game, at least this round one, it's negated. It's only 17 points, and now FaZe Clan have the Slays behind it, and they're gonna have an opportunity to get off to a hot start with a setup of Tram.
And Sparty McFly is getting fired up. Has the ball in his hands. Remember, these two teams did match up earlier in the tournament, and FaZe got the better of Cloud9, but FaZe coming off a 3-0 loss, but Cloud9 coming off a 3-0 win in this elimination bracket finals.
Spartan gets the trade. It's a 2-2 trade on the side of both teams. Right now, Stellar needs to be aggressive. This ball still in the favor of Cloud9's positioning, or FaZe's positioning, I'm sorry. And Stellar, he doesn't really have an opportunity to push down this hill right now. Needs to buy time for his team.
And we talk about him time and time again. Stellar has the opportunity to change the outcome of a game, change the outcome of a series. He has been playing fantastic on this championship Sunday. Already 4 kills to his name.
Multiple members of FaZe to try and deal with. The teamwork comes through. 3 go down, make it all 4. For Cloud9, FaZe Clan, now that the ball has been in Tram, has overwhelmingly been able to slay Cloud9, and they now are starting to build a significant lead paired with a pair of rockets.
Spartan not able to get any kills with the rockets directly. Does get that cleanup though on Penguin, able to use both rockets. Push up shot down on Bound, pushing Neon. Renegade goes down as well. 2 members fall for FaZe. Opportunity for Cloud9 to push and get this ball, get this tram setup that they unfortunately handed over towards the FaZe squad. But King Nick says, sit down, Eco.
Oh my, King Nick, what a big play with the ball, the kill. But not only that, the rotation to the respawners of FaZe Clan, even though he goes down, this ball now in a very controversial spot for Cloud9 to try and get any time. It is up to Stellar, but he's under fire. Exactly what I was saying. Cloud9 cannot get ball time because of the play King Nick just made.
Falcated gets one here. Tyre trying to find the double kill. Takes down Bound. Gets an assist on Nico. Also takes down Penguin. That's 3 fresh dead for Cloud9. And once again, FaZe making all the plays to extend their lead.
So far, so good. If any FaZe Clan members or fans were worried about how they would respond after getting 3-0'd in the winners bracket finals, FaZe Clan look like they are starting to heat up, and what momentum can do for the young individuals on this team is speaking dividends in the score 59-18 now.
Big double kill out of Renegade, finally gets taken down courtesy of Penguin. Ball once again trying to be set up here in the tram for FaZe, and great shots out of Spartan taking down Penguin, and Bound goes down as well. Constantly the members of Cloud9 fighting for control but can't seem to find it.
We know how deadly Spartan can be with that Stalker rifle. It's in his hand. Can he get a position to try and contest this push? Multiple members of Cloud9 coming bottom middle. Does a little bit of damage, but maybe not enough to fend off the forces. All of Cloud9 is now in tram, and they take down Spartan. This push looks like it's going to be a successful one, and just as Rockets are coming up, Basil, this is where Cloud9 can win this round.
And Clutch, only 13 seconds left to go when this round will be over, and Cloud9 is going to be having their backs against the wall, being forced into that round 2 win. Let's see if they could say something about it here as the Rockets have officially spawned on the map.
Ball in hand, so you're racking up some time, but these Rockets are so crucial. You need to get these in a secure spot. It's almost a win condition now for Cloud9's first round. Eco trying to push out, create some space. But with Renegade with the Bulldog shotgun in his face, takes him down, and that's going to allow Renegade and company to get those Rockets. And now King Nick's life is going to be short-lived here, as you think. Penguin's going to be able to take him down, but that's not the case. He's actually picking up another kill with the ball, and it's going to be FaZe Clan taking round 1.
76 seconds of ball time for King Nick. Talk about the OBJ player as hopping into round number 2 of your HCS Orlando Major Elimination Bracket Finals. FaZe with the round 1 win.
Renegade, Bulldog shotgun right back in his hand, right back to work. Hard hat on. Can't get the double. A phenomenal job by Penguin to shut that down. We saw how successful Renegade was at the end of that round with the Bulldog, and Rockets are no good from King Nick, so Cloud9 do a much better job to stave off the pressure that FaZe Clan were looking to put on.
Rockets in the hands of Stellar. Renegade working with him in the cafes. Party has been spotted and he's been taken down. Rockets out of play for the time being. Stellar with a nice double kill. Renegade gets one as well. That's 3 fresh dead for Cloud9, and FaZe gonna need to try to break this setup.
Cloud9 now has to set up an opportunity to gain a lead here, but as they lose Bound, this is going to make their setup so much weaker. Penguin goes down as well. Stellar under heavy fire. King Nick grabs the ball, gets out of dodge, and immediately they don't have to overslay. It's actually 3 down for Cloud9. Bound's coming off respawn, and it does look like FaZe are going to have a momentary control of setup near PD. I want to hop on board with an Astro Gaming listen in with FaZe Clan and see how they can hold this setup together.
Hold the cross.
One's going bottom B stairs.
Yep, mom, way over here. Hey, 2 guys purple, pink. 3. I think 3. I think literally 3. We're done. Yeah, we got decent time here. We're good.
Jump back tire. You real gonna kill me? I scanned. I come in.
Nice.
I lived. I'm absolute. I'm gonna die to probably top driveway.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I can drive over the net.
He's right.
I hear that. I'm here, John.
I got him.
Watch out. I'm absolute.
Purple Stellar. Get our health. We just got one. Yeah, we're good. Purple Stellar, guys. Yeah, we need these Rockets. Yeah, Rockets most important thing right now. That's hot tower Stellar.
Coming down.
Shit on.
2 down. Watch out. Last guy was pink. Last guy was pink. One shot bound.
Yeah, shoot me in the back, guys.
You should be good. Probably ATMs or something.
I got it. You had a Rockets, Mikey?
I got him. Yeah, under rocks.
Purple. Front C, B steps. Front C, B steps.
Purple still.
I don't see this guy, Mike.
I'm here, John.
B steps on me.
John, stay alive.
I hear that. I'm like, driveway also.
I'm gonna die in driveway.
Watch out tires, Eco. Watch out tires, Eco.
I'm watching you.
There's a guy in heaven, there's a guy tires.
I'm spiking above you.
I threw ball front C.
I like that. Nice. Good throw. Alright, I'm getting stalkers. Yeah, I'm getting it. That's one A.
You're real weak.
Yeah, we're good.
I think they're coming Mando and shit.
There's a guy on me.
Yeah, backseat.
Backman on me already, Zane.
Where's he going?
He's just sitting there. Never throws. Yeah, there's one guys on me. Watch out B-roll, Stellar.
And then Ivy.
Ivy top
Three one-shots. Penguin, Stellar, and Bound.
Plants. Let's go plants. Let's go plants.
Diving Disruptor. Just keep hiding gun.
Next to you, Mike.
Down. C-stairs on John. Weak. Nice trade.
Yeah,
Front seat eco.
Everybody stay alive. Everybody stay alive right now.
We're all dead. We can
Probably
be
flanking launcher or something.
It definitely could be.
Clear and concise communication out of the FaZe clan. I love what I'm hearing, the small talk, the back and forth. That's what you need to be a championship team, and we're hearing it here out of FaZe as they're bringing back this round 2, but currently ball in the hands of Cloud9. Stellar picks up a kill on Falcated. 2 members fall for FaZe. This could be an opportunity for Cloud9 to try to extend their lead.
Yeah, Bound started to pick up a lot of kills recently. Another one in the kill feed for him as he takes down Renegade. 2 go down as Eco picks up another kill, and you can see the side of the Slays starting to get higher and higher on the side of Cloud9. They're starting to pick it up, and that's why this round 2 is so much more highly contested.
Expect this series to be very back and forth as Stellar runs into some trouble. 3 members go down for Cloud9, 2 on the other side for FaZe. Rockets are up. King Nick able to get them, picks up his BR for the cleanup, and now 2 fresh rockets in the hands of King Nick. Let's see what he can do.
Forced to trade, and that's a big kill by Eco to be able to pressure King Nick there, take him down, force him to not have a large impact with those power weapons. That's massive by Eco, and here's the rest of the Cloud9 capitalizing now that the rocket player's taken down. Penguin's actually able to find that last rocket. Unfortunately, he also finds a grenade from Falcated. Falcated with a double in the feed. Makes this setup for Cloud9 dissolve as it's up to Bound to try and defend the rest of Tram.
Bound with a big time double kill, takes down King Nick, but the teammate may have thrown the grenade to unfortunately take Bound down there, but 2 members fall. And now the ball is moving towards this towards the arcade. Penguin opting to leave the ball for his teammate, trying to find some cover, but is getting shot from every direction. And unfortunately for him, he goes down. 3 members fall for Cloud9, and FaZe is in a perfect position to close this gap.
Yeah, I actually love the rotation from Cloud9 there, but they didn't have any space to play around. FaZe Clan come from all angles, take them all down. They actually don't lose a single member, and now FaZe Clan are going to momentarily take the lead here, as there are respawners coming through arcade, but Renegade's going to shut down that push, and this is where FaZe Clan take game 1.
Still a ways to go in this round number 2. Flood as Renegade picks up that kill on Stellar and Tires now. Opting to try to stay alive here. Bold challenge with the grenade toss, but pays off for him as he's able to rotate on the other side of Tires and avoid damage from that PD. And now rotating towards B stairs. Shotty still in hand. Spots a player bottom middle, jumping towards Tires. Throws a grenade to pick up that kill on Bound. He goes down. 2 members fall for FaZe. Renegade just looking like he's in his playground right now.
Yeah, look at the route Renegade just took. He was no shield and Tires at the start of this life. And since then, he's gone all around. He's made his way back tower, and now behind enemy lines. Can't quite get the kill. Beautiful shots and teamwork out of Cloud9 to delete Renegade, and it's perfect timing because rockets are up.
Eco Smith, the in-game leader for this dynastic Cloud9 team. One of my all-time favorite players. This man does it all and just provides the confidence for his team. What a blessing to have him on your roster.
You don't want to give up the high ground there, and unfortunately, he was just peppered down to no shield from an angle he probably didn't expect to get shot from. Unfortunate life for Eco there as the Cloud9 setup is now broken. Stellar taken down. That was all 3 members down. It's up to Penguin once again in the back of Tram. We saw how successful Bound was able to be a thorn in the side of FaZe Clan from this very position. Now Penguin trying to do the same. Great damage, but nobody home on the kills. And I'm not quite sure anyone from Cloud9 can capitalize and take down Falcated.
27 kills for Falcated, looking at the scoreboard, making plays. He's known to be that player on this FaZe Clan team. That's why they're so happy to have him on the roster, as only 8 seconds left to go. And FaZe will win game number 1 of the Elimination Bracket Finals. 2 seconds, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 1 goes handedly to the boys on FaZe.
What a game by Falcated, 28 kills to his name. Responds unbelievable to the 3-0 that they experienced in the Winners Bracket Finals. My questions coming into this series, Faisal, are FaZe going to be able to rebound mentally? Because this team, they thrive off emotions, I feel so much. But leave it to Stone Cold Killer Falcated to lead the way in game 1 to give his team some life here in the Elimination Bracket Finals.
Led by the likes of Spartan the Dog, this team definitely wears their heart on their sleeve, and they play that to their advantage, right? Whenever you see them catching momentum, it's a scary sight because they're like a train that once it starts going, you can't stop them. Looking at the scoreboard, 28 and 16 for Falcated, the MVP of game number 1.
When you're able to put up stats like that against a team like Cloud9, you become a household name real quick, so write this down, everybody. Falcated is one of the best slayers we have in Halo Infinite. And now that he's got the right team around him, look at the success that he can have. 7,000 damage in the game of oddball that only had 2 rounds.
7,200 damage for Falcated, making it look easy, but I can guarantee you it is not going up against the likes of Cloud9. You know how much this match means to both of these teams. Like I said at the top of the series, the storylines, you can't make them up. Falcated and the boys on FaZe really want to get this win for plenty of reasons. Renegade showing that he made the right decision so far. This FaZe team looking for a spot in the grand finals.
And what does this do to Cloud9 on the other side, right? They've looked so good all day long. You think the ball's going downhill, everything's going right. Cloud9 destined for the finals, especially after the way Optic dissected this FaZe team. But we're seeing a different FaZe team, and Cloud9 is this Renegade hump they need to try and get over, and in order to stay in this series and at least force a game 4 where they are a very successful Catalyst CTF team, they have to win it on Recharge Slayer.
The game 2 swing game, Recharge Slayer. This is a big moment in potentially the history of the Cloud9 story. We talk about Cloud9, both the HCS majors, they've made it to the grand finals. Clutch, will they continue their streak here and make their spot in the grand finals against Optic Gaming as we hop into game number 2 of your elimination bracket finals? It's gonna be a good one.
Kick it off with Falcated, why not? He's pretty good at getting kills. We're playing Team Slayer. Let's see if he can do what he does best. For now, he's forced to back up. Not going to have much of an impact on the battle for Camo as he's positioned himself back blue, but all is fair in love and war, and FaZe Clan won the battle for bottom middle. Camo does get burned, but you love to see FaZe get off to an early start, even if Falcated wasn't able to impact. That bodes well for the future.
Even start for both teams. Neither squad really showing the advantage right off the bat. Eco did pick up Camo to start the game, but since then it is no longer an issue on the map. Hopping on board now with Stellar, spots the player. That's Spartan. Throws some grenades and gets out of dodge way. Trying to stay alive, bottom middle. Not able to do so.
Not able to stay alive. Poor positioning there. Couldn't get out of a pretty tough spot. Now bound in another tough spot. Cloud9, maybe not the best positioning so far, but someone that really has stepped up here in game 2 to respond well after a poor performance in game 1 has got to be Eco Smith. He had the least frags on his team last game, and yeah, they were playing a game of oddball, but you know Eco wants to make a statement here in the elimination bracket finals, already having 5 kills.
Remember from FaZe pushing from Turbine into Pipe, runs into Stellar, and he manages to win the engagement and stay alive here. Trying to find the shock rifle. We know what he can do with it. They got the grapple in hand. He got the shock rifle going at it, going top red. I'm excited to see what he can do. Let's see him rip some faces.
Yeah, let's see a highlight reel, Stellar. What do you have for us here? Championship Sunday, time after time. Your point of view is what we often watch, and there's a reason for it.
Ooh. Trying to get that quick scope onto Renegade and Turbine, not able to get it. Now rotating over towards blue. Once again, Renegade putting the pressure on Stellar, saying, I want that shock rifle. Barely dodges the grenades here. Renegade, unfortunately, played a little bit too aggressive there.
Whoa.
And Bound takes him down, but Stellar, once again, feeling the pressure from Cloud9 as they want to take that shock rifle out of his hands.
Well, they did it so successfully. Stellar not able to impact too much of the match, but that Stalker just consistent pressure onto him, made him uncomfortable just enough to miss a couple important shots, and then they were able to take him down. So a phenomenal job by FaZe Clan to make sure Stellar didn't take over.
16 to 15. Turbine control currently lies with FaZe. Player of Cloud9 in the pipes, right to the right of Renegade. He spots 2 players, and great team push there out of Cloud9. Stellar and Bound showing us what teamwork's all about, the importance of baiting and switching. Falcated now left alone at the elevator. Will he be able to get out of the way? Yes, he does. Great escape from Falcated for the time being. Does get cleaned up by Penguin. Stellar now moving here towards control. This is going to be a big fight here. King Nick is in trouble. Grapples out. He goes down. Sparty, though, with the double kill. No scope. Shock rifle. He goes down.
What a double from Sparty, though. That just trades a couple of lives that are so crucial to keeping this game score. It is still a 2-kill game, and that double from Spartan stops the pressure that Cloud9 would have been able to push momentum into a significant lead here in the mid game.
Let's see if this game starts to slow down. Seems like it may, as Stellar once again with the shock rifle. Couple trades go down. Nice body shot on Sparty. Falcated is there to apply the pressure, and it works as King Nick gets the kill, but Foul goes down. 2 members for each side fall, and this is back and forth so far at the halfway mark.
There we go, Bound. Way to clean it up. Penguin finds himself a double, a killing spree, and now all of a sudden, individuals on Cloud9 starting to get their kills, starting to make plays. Camo coming up in 14 seconds, and you're seeing the space now being taken by FaZe Clan over towards BR, and that's going to give them every sort of benefit they need as far as opportunity to secure that camo.
Great answer out of FaZe. Just as it looked like Cloud9 may try to inch away, FaZe shuts the gap and closes it down to just a 1-kill lead for Cloud9. Make that 2 as Stellar gets the grenade kill, but Spartan the dog has a shock rifle and a beautiful snipe on the bounce. Spartan with the shock rifle making plays.
Absolutely disgusting quickscope, using the weapon pad of the grenades there to get information, to get that player weak. Just every bit of damage. Spartan is focused on doing what he does best. And now anchoring this back blue spot, looking to rip another head off. Gusto onto Stellar, a perfect shot. The pressure coming from BR. Let's see what Spartan can do about it. The first kill, it's a nice body shot melee. All the pressure goes down, and FaZe Clan stands strong in the back of blue to tie this one up.
Spartan the dog helping his team tie the game up, and I want to go to an Astro listen with Cloud9 and see what they're doing about Spartan the dog.
Run long bound. Watch out, Birds, Mike.
I'm here. I'm looking BR.
I'm not in a good spot.
On BR, 1 shot.
Yeah, King Nick. Nice. Nice. Okay, listen. There's a guy elevator still. Live Zane, live.
Ellis weak. Yeah, someone go glass. Someone get the glass.
Yeah.
You can.
Nick is up.
Just grapple shock. Top right weak.
They have a shock rifle elevator as well, guys.
Okay. I'm watching Red Commando. He's sitting on the Commando.
Mid?
Sitting on the Red Commando. Go fucking glass.
Okay, I'm going.
Sitting on Commando.
There's a guy hell sniping.
John is bad.
Sitting Commando. Nade it.
John is in bad ledge.
You guys have a nade. I'm pushing that.
Sitting there, Brayden. Commando.
I'm pushing beverage. I'm pushing beverage. I'm gonna push beverage. Got me, I think. I got naded. He's weak. Top rush.
Shot.
One shot. Push up by village. One shot by
Palace
village.
weak. Palace weak. Pipes.
Two in pipes. Good shit. Camo 10.
Shot grapple on BR weak. He's weak on BR.
Watch out the elevator.
Nice. Camo 5 seconds.
Yo, Brayden, come here.
I can grapple this.
1 shot.
Pipes, John. I can't. 2 shots down. He's
Camo's up.
2 pipes. Live. 2 pipes. Balance now.
Camo's still up, boys.
Mangler 1 shot. Mangler 1 shot. Mangler 1 shot. Mangler 1 shot.
One shot. Top red.
Some chaotic comms out of Cloud9, and unfortunate for Stellar, not able to get that kill, but a little bit of out of character comms for Cloud9 as we're sensing the hecticness here in this important pivotal game number 2. Spartan and Renegade leading the charge for FaZe, trying to shut the door here and stamp their way into the grand finals.
Stellar's found himself another shock rifle, and it's like, you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, give shock rifle to Stellar 3 times. Surely a play gets made here. Looking for Falcated. Doesn't hit the headshot, but I love the idea of relocating here. The space belongs to Cloud9 on the map. Everyone on FaZe Clan trapped in BR in blue. And this is where it'll slow down. It's a 1-kill game, and Stellar trying to tie it up.
And Clutch, this is such an important part, not just in the game, but in this series. Right? Either FaZe goes up 2-0, and what a task it is to come back from a 2-0 deficit, or Cloud9 can come back and tie the series up. So let's see how these last 5 minutes play out as it has come down to an absolute stalemate.
Big Nick spot in middle. It's a risky push.
One goes down, Sparty makes the opening play, giving that a double kill for Spartan, but Stellar pays him back. Looking for a double of his own, nice snipe, but Stellar for the triple!
Knows where Renegade is too. They got all the information they need. They slow it down once again. All tied up here at 46.
Stellar moving towards blue with the shock rifle scoped in. Spots one, gets a body, spots two, this could be it.
The chain
Players
damage.
pushing towards long ball, one goes down, make that 2, 48 to 46, 2 kills left to go. Stellar's in trouble, he falls 48 to 47, Eco gets camo. Bottom middle, both teammates are weak of Cloud9, 49 to 47, one more kill to go, and Eco has a camo.
Eco has camo, goes for the repulsor as well, and now it's time for Eco to make the play of the game to tie this series up. Looks to be aggressive, clears elevator out, nobody home from FaZe Clan. They've rotated out, they're gonna try and burn this camo, but they're rotating back, and Eco's here. He goes behind enemy lines, doesn't get a melee, and now his teammate's trying to get the kill. Oh, Bound gets the kill.
Cloud9! Cloud9 clutches it!
Bound gets the kill and ties this series up 1-1.
What a play out of Cloud9. Just when their backs were against the wall, Stellar, the man of the hour with that shock rifle, the triple kill, the plays were being made, and they needed that.
I mean, let's talk about it. That triple kill was everything to keep Cloud9's chances of a grand finals appearance to tie this up. Stellar loses everyone on his team. He is the last player alive on the map. He cleans up the first. Hits 2 perfect headshots with the shock rifle to even out the kills. And it gives Cloud9 everything they need. And not only that, but the chain damage on multiple players pushing long haul were easy pickings for Cloud9 to gain the lead there towards the end.
50 to 49. Taking a look at the scoreboard, Penguin with a big game, 15 to 10. We didn't get a chance to check him out too much, but he was obviously a pivotal reason for their victory in game number 2. On the other side, I want to talk about Renegade and Spartan dropping 17 kills apiece. So that bodes well for the rest of the series. Now, the damage speaks for itself as well. 4,000 for Stellar, and it makes sense with that shock rifle.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The second we see Stellar with a shock rifle for the 3rd time in the game, nobody home on the first 2 attempts, but I mean, you give Stellar shock, eventually he's gonna make a play right, and that's exactly what he does.
And Sparty made that play to get a double kill, but Stellar pays it back with a triple. And you wonder if that's what opened the floodgates for FaZe, as Cloud9 was able to use that momentum and carry it to a victory in game number 2. And wow, we got ourselves a series.
You wondered if Cloud9 was gonna be able to respond, but the answer was yes. All tied up now. It was as close as it pretty much could have been. That shock rifle shot chains off both those players, makes them so vulnerable in that situation. A little bit of an overheat moment there from Stellar as he challenges Renegade without either gun out. But it was pretty much all a wrap here. There's no way you choke this one away. Eco is too good, too smart, gets all the information, forces FaZe to just separate their focus onto so many different directions as he gets behind enemy lines here in the elevator. And all you need is 1 kill, so great job by Cloud9 to tie this one up.
It got really scary though for Cloud9 here when Eco went down with camo. They spotted him with some eagle eyes, but Bound is there, and so was Penguin to get that kill. And it was, like I said, very close to a 50-49 loss for Cloud9, but they got ice in their veins. They've never missed the grand finals. I repeat, Cloud9 in all the HCS majors so far this year have not missed the grand finals, and let's see if they can keep the streak alive.
It's a different team. Let's see if they can get the same results. They've won 2 of the majors so far this year, and they've looked so good doing it. 1 major, 1 North American, playoff or whatever it's called. You know what I mean. Cloud9's been winning a lot. It's hard to keep track of their accolades at this point, but
let's see if Bound can get himself into the grand finals. Can Bound lead his team to a championship here, the last major before the Halo World Championship? And what a win it would be for any of these teams left in the competition to stamp their way into Halo World Championships as the reigning champs. And you know they're gunning for it right now is Live Fire Strongholds Clutch. What are the keys to success?
I think prioritization on the overshield is going to be a big factor for this one, right? So often do we see when both of these 2 teams get complete control, get a trip cap, if they're able to pair an overshield with that, that score is going to immensely grow. And it's so difficult for teams at this level to fall deficit to a 100-point lead and try and create any sort of comeback, because the scrappiness of both these individuals is going to be too much to overcome.
I couldn't agree more. That power-up control is so crucial at the highest level of Halo competition. And I hope we see a Game 5 here, Clutch. I really want to see a Game 5.
It would be something special, but we're not even
We've got a ways to go.
We got to get there. We got to get there. Each team has to get one more win in order for us to get there. But let's talk about it. When Cloud9 needed it most, a player that maybe didn't have the strongest game one, Stellar just steps up and gives them everything they need. And we talk about consistent players in the league. There are far few players more consistent than Stellar.
Couldn't agree more. Not talked about enough. A Halo World Champion. 3/4 of this team. 2/4 of this team of Penguin and Bound, both the newest additions. But Eco and Stellar are no strangers to big matches. And Penguin, of course, also a major champion. Bound, the rookie of the year. Some are calling him the rookie of the century. This guy came onto the scene out of nowhere and just got into the ranks with the top pros, and they respect him for a reason.
Frosty's up there, but Bound's making a statement here. And this was the tournament I was looking at Bound to see, are you going to make the next step? Because at our lands so far, FaZe Clan never really had too much success, and that was the team Bound was a part of for so long. So he joins Cloud9, and we know what Cloud9's capable of. And of course, right when that happens, he starts to have a little bit more success, a little bit more structure around him inside the game. And we're seeing the best of Bound yet. The series that they had against Sentinels right before this, Bound took over. So many individual plays were being made. I would not be surprised to see Bound significantly dictate the outcome in Cloud9's favor of one of these next few games.
And Clutch, you know this, sometimes a change in scenery, a change in teams is exactly what a star player needs in order to thrive. And Bound, being so new to the scene, maybe that team on FaZe just something wasn't clicking with them, and now on this new roster, he is absolutely playing dominant Halo, and I'm sure his teammates are glad to have him alongside him.
Yeah, I imagine it's much easier to play with the likes of Cloud9 than just about anybody on the planet with how productive they are in the game. But don't take that away from Bound. And honestly, as a rookie coming onto the scene, getting some experience is really, really important to having success. Your first couple of lands, you're trying to figure out what's the best morning routine, what's the best way to get into things, what's the best way to play like you do at your highest ceiling. And I feel like the more reps that Bound has had throughout this year, the better the Bound we see. And now he may be bound for the grand finals.
And on the other side, of course, let's talk about this FaZe roster. Of course, the newest addition is King Nick, replacing Snipedown. Tell me a little bit, tell the people at home, tell this packed crowd in Orlando a little bit about King Nick.
I mean, if the 100 and whatever seconds of ball time in game one don't tell you how efficient he is with kills, objective, he does it all for this team. But most importantly, for a team that thrives off emotions, that has high highs and low lows, King Nick is a steady rock for these guys to lean on when things get chaotic. So I'm looking at King Nick to start game 3 off on a right note, to set the pace, and to get FaZe back locked in into a winning form.
Game number 3, live fire stronghold. You got the sniper rifle, you got the overshield, you got the heat wave, and you have a lot of equipment in the Halo Infinite sandbox at your disposal. And I know these players are excited, finally hopping in here to game number 3, starting on with King Nick.
The battle for heat wave. Able to get it, get out of dodge. That's a win in my books. As King Nick, he's going to leave that combat loop, knows that nothing interesting over there as Overshield doesn't spawn for another 10 seconds. And now with a better position, can he get this kill? It's a 1v1 versus Snipe player, and unfortunately, it's no longer a 1v1 as Penguin does a phenomenal job to stay alive, bait his life, and it does look like Cloud9 are going to get the first Overshield.
Overshield and sniper rifle in the hands of Cloud9 to start off this game. So good opening strat for them as Stellar now spots the player here, bottom middle towards Pillars, takes him down. And Falcated takes down because the 2 members for each side fall, and initial control in the hands of Cloud9 as they have A and B in a 20-second lead.
Let's see what they choose to do with it. Do Cloud9 try and get some kills, maybe push a trip cap? FaZe Clan's opting to try and go away. They're going to flip the map. They don't care about B right now. Stellar waiting for this heat wave to come up, knows how efficient he can be with this, and now that he's got it in his hand, he's already picked up a kill.
That's the rotation we talked about, Clutch. They exchange A for C, and they will do that gladly as B is still in their control. And that is the stronghold that you want to make sure you have for the majority of the game. It's that central point B. A and C will be getting swapped a lot around throughout the game, but B is the one to watch out for.
Heads up play by Cloud9 to win the battle of the rotations, but once again, FaZe do the same exact thing. They tried to flip the map once again. Now with an AC hold. Like you said, FaZe, it's very difficult to hold this setup, but with a couple of kills, it can turn into a trip cap quick.
2 members fall for Cloud9.
3.
Make that 3 down for Cloud9. Bound last one alive, able to capture C though. Trip cap for a small second, and no, the trip cap is still in full effect for FaZe Clan, and it's so dangerous to be under the spell of the trip cap.
And this is what I was talking about. The second you see an AC hold, you're able to trap the enemy team over at B. You're able to push a trip cap. Now the big question here is how long does this trip cap go? Because the score now in FaZe's favor with an overshield in hand, the exact situation you don't want to find yourself in if you're Cloud9.
Very careful here if you're Cloud9. Renegade has OV holding down the front tower at C, but B looks like it may be converted, and yes it does. Cloud9 able to stop some of the bleeding, but points still on the board for FaZe.
76 and counting, an AC hold still, but players spawning B have no real route to go. It's a phenomenal stand from FaZe right there. It's finally broken by Bound. Jumps out of C momentarily, and unfortunately the Brew Grenades just rip him away. And continuously we're seeing zero space from Cloud9. The routes are being cut off from FaZe, and a significant lead starting to build.
Once Renegade plops himself into a power position, he's really hard to move, and I don't imagine he's gonna miss many shots from top tower, and you gotta do something about him if you're on the side of Cloud9.
Snipe, right?
Yeah, and Renegade moving over to pick up the sniper rifle.
Renegade wants that snipe.
Back to the tower he goes.
He can't leave it. He's gonna hold down tower now with the S7 in the back pocket. B's gonna be under high contention from Cloud9. Let's see what Renegade chooses, because he's gonna have to try and stop this from happening. Unfortunately, Stellar not gonna give him the angle, and now Renegade, even though he has the snipe, not able to really impact what's going on here. He gets cut up from the jump. A massive jump from Penguin. Renegade doesn't see him, loses the life, loses the snipe, and now control of the map.
Yeah, a big kill there out of Penguin, a very bold push to take down Renegade with that sniper. Now Heatwave currently in his back pocket, opting to move top middle to help his teammate help take down Falcated. Nice damage there on the player top mid as well. 2 members fall though for FaZe, as Stellar trying to capitalize here. The trip cap in effect for Cloud9 momentarily, but FaZe able to take one back.
Enabler fear the paint miss. Barty doesn't. Beautiful shots there, but in the meantime, Stellar was able to buy time. Bound picked up the next overshield. Doesn't quite know where the members of FaZe are though, and he's about to be surrounded. This overshield, it's immediately gone. There's a player on the flank, but he's got a teammate to knock him to no shield. Bound gets the cleanup, and now it's an AC hold for Cloud9. You want to see them trying to prioritize B, but they're under heavy fire here.
Yeah, ever since Penguin got that kill on the Renegade with Sniper, it's been all Cloud9 here. And that was huge because the game was getting away from them, and now it's neck and neck. A and C still in control of Cloud9. Bound being a little nerd here. Tower staying alive, being a hard kill that he is, and now finally going down. Maybe FaZe will be able to convert this C hill, but Eco is still there.
Penguin wins a massive 1v1 in the back of B, hops into B, and now that Eco wins the one-on-one again. Multiple members of Cloud9 winning their one-on-ones, and look at the control. It immediately goes into their favor.
And just like that, Cloud9 have the lead and a trip cap still going. This is very dangerous for FaZe. Falcated big kill on the Eco. Should allow the boys on FaZe to capture C, but they're gonna need to do something quick.
Here comes the push. It's coming from Bridge. Plenty of Cloud9 defense here to try and stand against the pressure, but you gotta stay alive. It's so difficult back green, but they do such a good job to bait and switch there. No real target for King Nick and Falcated to focus on, and Cloud9's defense stands strong.
Eco looking over towards garage spots. Falcated not able to win that battle. Falcated hit him with a little 1-2. Buckle my shoe as Penguin goes down to King Nick. 3 members fall for Cloud9, all alive for FaZe. Finally able to change the control in the map. A and B currently in their possession. See if they can get back into this game and gain the lead.
Back and forth these two teams go, A and B. FaZe is control for now, but the pressure from Cloud9, you know it's coming. It's been here all game long. Overshield is the focus right now, and Sparty can't really make a play. He's gonna try and save King Nick. They melt the overshield. Absolute. Penguin can't do anything with it. And the rest of FaZe are gonna have to spread out and try and take map control from here.
King Nick takes down Nico with that sniper rifle, but he goes down to Stellar. And this man was absolutely putting on a show in game number 2 with the shock rifle. Let's see what we can do in game number 3 with the sniper.
Stronghold captured.
No scope. Stellar putting on a show. As soon as he picks up the sniper, you know he's gonna do something with it.
There's one.
Control is comfortably with Cloud9, but there's nice headshot by Stellar. Now gonna rotate over to B. It looks like they're opting to give up A, but no, they get the reset on A, and this could be another trip cap as the members of FaZe are spawning towers, so they're gonna attempt to capture C, but I'd imagine the boys on Cloud9 have something to say about that as the pressure's been putting on from Stellar. 3 snipes in a row, gonna rotate back towards B, and once again, control in the favor of Cloud9.
Oh! No shield on the King Nick. We'll count it as a 4. Surely pressure from top middle is coming, but no, King Nick stays alive. Stellar gets taken down. His reign of terror is over, but it's directly impacted the score phase, so they're now up over 40.
Another trip cap for Cloud9. We've seen the back and forth trip caps for both of these teams, but it seems like Cloud9 has a slight edge, just one step ahead of FaZe in this game.
Cloud is such a snake in this game, man. He's such a difficult kill. Creating so much distraction for the rest of Cloud9 to have success, but in the meantime, it's an AC hold. For FaZe Clan, they're gonna start to lose C, however, as Stellar just wants to anchor this B position.
Stellar gonna run into Falcated here top middle, going towards the screens. Gonna try to make sure he goes down, and great job out of Stellar as he was the last member alive for Cloud9. In a great position though, spots King Nick as well, trying to get some information, and King Nick goes down. Stellar staying alive here, backing up the garage, eats a grenade though from Spartan.
King Nick tried to activate the overshield, but instead just does a drop wall in the middle of nowhere. Unfortunately, that overshield still does go to FaZe Clan, but King Nick would have wanted it for his life. And in the meantime, 3 go down, and a massive blunder pays off for Cloud9. They are able to delete the overshield, but somehow, someway, FaZe still in control of the map for now. It's going to be forced to be a green push here from Cloud9, and we'll see if they can get the kills. It's a good start from Penguin.
2 members fall, make that 3 for FaZe as Penguin here going to try to capture B. His team currently has A, and they're going for C as well, so I'd imagine we see a BC flip over towards the side of Cloud9.
Yeah, and they know exactly where they're coming from too. Penguin ADS right on the top middle, and right now Penguin needs to find a way to get his shield back, because very soon is he going to feel the wrath of a FaZe Clan push.
Just like game 2 clutch, neck and neck, back and forth. But right now, as we come into the final moments of game number 3, Cloud9 is in a great position. Sniper in the hands of Eco top middle, misses 1, misses 2, but almost gets the 3rd and goes down, does some damage though. Only 20 seconds left to go, 20 points for Cloud9 to win this game 3.
Falcated creating havoc back in HUD, but he's by himself. 3 go down. Renegade's coming off spawn actually, and a 235 and climbing. FaZe Clan are not gonna have time to formulate a push. They're gonna have to go immediately off spawn.
And let's see which stronghold they opt to go for. Looks like Nick's going top middle to go towards the tower, go towards C. Now Stellar gonna rotate over to Ness as here it comes, and there you have it. Game number 3 goes to Cloud9 after losing to game 1 and just dominating the last 2 games and getting the series lead.
Unbelievable. Cloud9 continue the momentum so far. Take the series lead now, and FaZe find themselves for the first time here in the elimination bracket on their back feet, backs against the wall. No more room for mistakes from here on out if you're a FaZe Clan member. And it really was Stellar picking up the S7. That was a moment where FaZe Clan took advantage, or Cloud9 was able to take advantage of the kills he was able to provide, got a trip cap in a situation, got a 50-point lead, and basically traded out from there.
A turn of events earlier in this tournament. We saw FaZe knock down Cloud9 into the lower bracket, but what matters most is here when your backs are against the wall and it's win or go home. Taking a look at the damage here, Clutch, talk to me.
Look at that, 5,593 damage taken. Every time we watch Bound,
he's in the thick of it.
He's always in the thick of it. Never has shield, always staying alive. Just such a difficult kill. But what that does, time after time after time, he's buying so many windows of opportunity for the rest of his team to impact the outcome of the game. Bound might not have had the most fantastic stats that game, but let me tell you, his impact on that game was felt on the side of FaZe, and that's got to be a frustrating player to play against here today.
Yeah, and you got to be feeling good if you're Cloud9, one win away from taking on Optic Gaming in the grand finals. But for right now, they still have FaZe in front of them. And taking a look at the highlights here, this was a back and forth game clutch. At that moment, FaZe had the trip cap, other times Cloud9, but ultimately Cloud9 was too much for FaZe that game.
Yeah, this is the big difference, right? Stellar was able, with Snipe, to push on to B, to get a kill, to start to capture B. And when we saw Renegade have Snipe, he decided to sit back tower and let map control kind of get taken away. So difficult on a map like Livefire when you have the S7 top tower to impact some of the strategy or strategical pushes that the other team are going to do onto B. You have to subside yourself over towards the bridge, or you have to push top middle. Sitting back allowed Cloud9 the window of opportunity they needed, and then Penguin with the fantastic flank basically ruined any plan Renegade had.
What a devastating loss this would be for Renegade, choosing from his own will to leave this historical Cloud9 team to try to do something on his own, and now he's facing elimination against the very same team that he chose to leave. And you know that Cloud9 wants to prove a point. They want to let him know that, hey, you made a mistake leaving this World Championship team as we're hopping into the newest map in the HCS circuit. Catalyst captures the flag. You got the overshield, you got the skewer, you got repulsors, grapples, and you're going to need a whole lot of teamwork to win this game.
Renegade's got to do something special to keep his team in this one. And had a bad series by any means, but needs to pick it up, needs to make a statement, because he was very loud after FaZe Clan got the win last night against Cloud9. In a matchup that's so filled of passion and rivalry, that adds something to the story. Let me tell you, how many times have we seen players stand up after a series in winners brackets, say a word or two that they might regret later on.
Yeah, the tournament's not over until it's over, and you match up against the same team later on, and it could be detrimental. As Spartan here, starting the flag run, still has overshield, opting to go back and take down Eco. Good play out of him, letting his teammate run the flag, in the meantime doing a lot of damage.
I'm still sorry for the choke chain over too. It was really not the first one.
Nope.
Flag on the move still. As FaZe Clan need to get off to a hot start. This has been a strong game type for Cloud9 throughout this tournament. They have looked very, very good, but right now King Nick in a very difficult situation, doesn't know if he wants to try and slay at the enemy base or should he continue to progress this flag across the map. He's gonna opt to turn this into a flag stalemate. And FaZe, this is so important. Early on in this game, tied 0-0. Whoever wins this could potentially, not only get the first flag in, but get a second cap on the move as well.
Two beautiful grenades by King Nick to get that kill. And now with another one onto Stellar. Great job out of him. And we see this very often on this game type, on this map. It's a stalemate. When one team runs the flag, the rotation allows the other team to run it out. And now we're seeing that here. Let's see who can make the plays to get the return.
King Nick on the defensive stand here. He's going to have Bound to his left here in a second. Bound is going to have a one-on-one with King Nick, it appears, and that's a very dangerous place to leave your flag carrier in. Overshield's coming up, and nobody for Cloud9's really prioritizing it. In the meantime, Valkated swoops in. He says, okay, I'll pick it up. I'll take it. And this is a massive opportunity now with a little bit overshield left for FaZe Clan to try and get a significant push.
Yeah, good job by Cloud9, at least able to get eyes on that OV and take it down. So Falcated isn't able to do too much damage. Just like that, the overshield is out of play. Two members of Cloud9 using great teamwork, pushing Falcated, knowing he's by himself there, thinking he had the overshield, but that overshield has been depleted, and Falcated able to just get out of that engagement and knock out Chase. But Renegade with a double kill. Now Fal gonna choose to push up here. Bound and Penguin left alone, and Falcated in a perfect opportunity to provide the pinch for his team, and Penguin gets the kill, trying to run the flag away from harm's way, but Renegade and Falcated are trying to get the read.
Such a smart play by Penguin to rotate this flag towards his teammates that are spawning. They're able to pick up a kill. Renegade's still alive, however. They need to flush out these next two players because FaZe Clan have reinforcements on the way.
Big plays out of Penguin and good help there from Stellar. King Nick goes down as well. Make that 3 down for FaZe. Skewer and some more ammo for Penguin.
What a heads-up play by Penguin and Bound. And he's still going. He picks up the new skewer and puts it to work. And now he has his eyes set on a potential return.
Penguin with the Skewer can make the play to get the return here. Nice shot out of Penguin as Renegade gets one as well. Nice double kill out of Penguin. No scope looking for the triple, looking for the return. The triple kill out of Penguin. Last player alive is Spartan. Back the flag. This should be an opportunity for Cloud9 to push up and get the return, but the way Catalyst is set up, it's so hard to get all the way back there and get in that fight. Spartan playing his life perfectly, killing Frenzy out of Penguin.
What's it gonna take? They stand strong. The stalemate stands on. Penguin does so much, but can't quite take down Spartan. And Spartan does a phenomenal job to stay alive there. Yeah, but a Frenzy, and we still can't get the return. A frustrating moment for sure, but Penguin clearly on his A game.
King Nick, a little too aggressive there.
A little bit too.
Runs
Overheated
into
just a
the
bit.
Lions then. Now Bound takes down Falcated. 2 members fall. It all started with that King Nick push. Bound left alone there. Now Spartan on the spikes as well, the domino effect. And fortunately for him, that repulsor makes him land on the map but not off of it.
Yeah. Bound's like, you know what? I'll take it.
I wanted to rotate anyway.
Yeah. Map progression is the name of the game. Bound getting some free map progression there. There's a player below him that just snuck by, and this could be a problem. He is going to double back, as the priority needs to be on the Renegade. And honestly, FaZe, we didn't get a chance to talk about it in the heat of the moment. When we went into a listen-in with Cloud9 in Game 1, did you notice how much they were prioritizing Renegade, saying John is here, John is there, John is here, John is there? They know the impact Renegade can have if he goes unaccounted for.
We know they call him Renegade for a reason. And who better than his ex-teammates to know his tendencies, as Penguin once again been playing fantastic in this game number 4, trying to punch Cloud9's ticket into the grand final spot. Spartan puts down a couple of shots. Spartan able to weasel his way out of there. Now King Nick once again in the back of the bait. Big kill out of Penguin. This could be an opportunity for Penguin to get the return. Spartan on the tunnel right here. Let's see if Penguin can rotate around and get the return. Stellar's there as well. There you have it. The return comes in. But Cloud9, Renegade on the other side gets the return as well, so neither team will be on the board.
Renegade makes the play as he loses teammates at his base. He loses the flag. He makes the play himself to get the kill, to get the return, keeping this game tied 0-0.
And Clutch, I would love to go into an Astro listen-in with FaZe to hear their comms.
You ran behind you, P1, dude.
One shot touch, Stellar.
They're gonna be on it, probably.
I killed one.
I saw it. I'm below the flag.
Okay, I hear you. I'm above it too. I killed.
Our open hall above Nick or heaven.
Obi's car one.
Obi's car one.
I'm trying to live.
Keep running, John. Our heaven, 1 shot, Stellar.
Nice, Obi's there.
Two shots. Out of Obi.
Nice shot.
Yeah, keep wondering.
I tried, bro. I couldn't, dude. I'm trying to get
Run at it. He goes on touch, 1 shot.
Nice, he choked it.
No, he got it. 1 shot there.
Mike, live.
I'm on ring.
Mike, get out. Watch out, blue gun.
I'm gonna die.
Blue gun to car. Blue gun, sorry.
Drop, car 1.
There's a guy car 1, John.
R2 also?
Feller spikes.
Our
Spikes, yeah.
car me?
There's spikes as well.
Bounce will try car 2. Yeah.
P2?
No, car 2 bound.
Oh, there's a guy P2 though.
Car 1 bound.
P1 Penguin. P2's weak.
Well,
Penguin's one shot their combo, and there's a guy hitting me with low P.
There's a guy or high hall. He might be open hall, John.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, two here. Sorry.
Our combo, 2 shots, Stellar. Our combo, 2 shots, Stellar.
Eco 1.
Alright, I'm with you.
Eco 1.
Once again, we hear those clear and concise comms out of FaZe. You love to hear that if you're a FaZe Clan fan. A bunch of small talk, a bunch of trust, but Penguin, once again, man, he is disgusting with that Skewer.
Skewer King, crown him already.
Skewer
He's
King.
absolutely disgusting. 16 kills to his name. If you follow the kid on Twitter, he's always putting clips up with the Skewer. No surprise, he's doing it here on the main stage. But what an important time to do it. Elimination bracket finals here, 2-1 Cloud9, 0-0, 4 minutes left. And let's talk about the return that FaZe were able to get there. That was one of the most chaotic opportunities as multiple players made plays to get it. But in the meantime, ever since then, Cloud9 have been able to get some kills. They're able to get the flag on the move once again. And Eco, he's going to be able to get this at least halfway. Are they going to be able to cut off the overextenders is the question.
Big kill by Falcated to open up the map for FaZe. And now, once again, this is one of the hardest parts of the flag run, getting it all the way across into your FaZe onto the cabin. Eco goes down, but there you have it. Bound puts it in, but be careful. Don't celebrate too early as as 4 members go down for Cloud9, giving an opportunity to FaZe for the counter pull, and they know where Cloud9 is spawning, so they have an opportunity to cut off the push.
Yeah, the overextension is getting cut off right now. Stellar going down, Eco going down. King Nick gets another kill as well. And this is a potential double cap situation because Cloud9 overextended. They are still going to have to deal with FaZe Clan members in their base, but they do so off screen. King Nick and Sparty to go down. But what a response, what a counter cap we see from FaZe.
3 minutes left in regulation here as 2 make that 3 go down for FaZe. Eco staying alive in his base, and no one from Cloud9 really in too good of in a position to run the flag yet, but at least you're getting map positioning. You're getting a lot of info on the spawns, and Eco spots Spartan trying to get out of P1 and takes him down, but a couple members from both sides fall. 3 dead for FaZe.
At this point, you want to see Stellar drop this for Penguin. Unfortunately, it's not his choice anymore. FaZe Clan overwhelmed his side. He didn't expect 3 players, and here comes the FaZe push. They find a couple of kills, but in the meantime, they're going to have to turn around because Bounds won the one-on-one against Renegade. His replacement tries to get the flag on the move, and look how difficult of a kill Bound continues to be here in game 4. Oh my God.
That was scary for Spartan, missing that grenade. Fortunately for him, he was able to guess right and get that kill onto Bound. That could have been very bad for FaZe. But now it's back to this, fighting for control. I don't expect either team to really be able to make a big flag play right now. It's just a matter of getting your kills.
2 minutes remaining, Overshield coming up, and it's going to be the last Overshield of regulation. You'd have to think. As this game is tied up 1-1, FaZe Clan need to find a way to get the next cap in order to push themselves to a game 5 here. Or will Cloud9 find themselves in the grand finals with the next cap? So much stakes on the line, the pressure continuing to build in this moment.
Overshield in the hands of Penguin, 20 kills to his name, moving straight into the FaZe base. You're trying to get something going, trying to get this second flag on the board. Only a minute, 20 seconds left in regulation. King Nick gets a kill though onto Eco. Penguin gets that Renegade kill, trying to find Spartan on the main ramp, and he's gonna go down as well. Double kill for Penguin. Staying alive once again, playing his life to a T, being a nuisance on the side of FaZe, and here we have the flag run.
You give this guy a couple of dog tags, all of a sudden he turns into an absolute monster. Penguin's taking over here, 22, 10, and 12. Absolute phenomenal performance, but gets taken down as the flag does get stalled. And Stellar doesn't look like he's going to have much of a chance to get this one on the move again.
Let's see if Stellar chooses to go for the kills, but King Nick is there to clean him up. 2 members fall on that far side as they try to run the flag, and the return comes in. Valkated starts to run of their own. 3 down now for Cloud9. This could be an opportunity for FaZe to gain the lead and send this to a game 5.
This is it. Flag on the move. Overextended's got to come through. King Nick's there to watch it. Valkated's gonna get this one. Doesn't have full shield. The brew grenade's taken down. He's got a player on his flag. The nades are coming through. They get the cap. 2-1. 15 seconds. The counter cap is what Cloud9 have to achieve in order to push overtime.
Let's see if Cloud9 can hit the counter cap, same as FaZe did when they got capped on, and now we see Penguin with the flag very close to the cap. 1 second left. This is it. He's gonna need to cap this flag, or this is going to a game 5. And now Bound's gonna need to cap it. Yes! Bound puts it in and sends this game into overtime. Oh my God, that was close.
The best player in staying alive does it again. Gets the touch, punches it in. And what a journey we've been through throughout this series. It's only right we see an overtime in game 4.
Here we go. Let's get right into it with Eco going towards the car side here. Spots no players across. He's Renegade in that doorway. Sends him back. Penguin once again overkilled grapple. I expect him to make plays right now. 2 members down already for FaZe. Penguin already in your base, running the flag with overshield. This could be a quick one, Clutch.
Overtime starts quick. Penguin taking advantage of every moment. Flag in hand. Gonna use the grapple to close the distance. Gets it across halfway, and he still has half an overshield phaser. Where is FaZe Clan?
And this is it, Clutch. This could be it. Cloud9 could be going to the grand finals as Penguin puts in the flag, and Cloud9 take down FaZe. Renegade losing to his former team. You see the passion on the faces of FaZe. Unfortunate loss for them. They made it so far here at HCS Orlando Major, but Cloud9 continues continuing the legacy, continuing the history, and continuing their grand finals appearance here on the first Halo Infinite HCS season.
What a series. What a moment. The MVP of the first year of Halo Infinite leaves your team. You're a championship roster. You're probably asking yourself why. Are we not good enough? Do we not have what it takes? They replace him with Bound. Bound steps up, the Rookie of the Year, makes a moment. With 1 second remaining, it was a damn pie chart, for God's sake.
How good are you feeling right now if you're on Cloud9, taking down your former teammate who essentially left you high and dry, and Bound stepping in, some big shoes to fill, but boy, did he fill them.
Everybody steps up in game 4 for me on the side of Cloud9. Bound does get the cap, 20-15-12. A hell of a performance, but being able to stay alive in those final moments of regulation to keep your team away from going to a game 5. Don't leave it up to the Slayer. Time after time, we see upsets, we see games dictated and series dictated on the Slayers, and no, you're too good for this. Let's end this here. They take it to overtime, and in overtime, I mean, you blink and you miss it.
We gotta talk about Penguin Clutch. We gotta talk about the importance of his presence on the map in that game, making all the plays, getting the overshields, getting the grapples, getting the flag runs, getting the skewer kills, putting down 6,700 damage, 24 and 14 for him. What a performance when his team needed him. Penguin putting on a show.
A 50-49, a 250-194, a 3-2 in overtime. The series could have gone either way. But Cloud9 take this one 3-1. They get revenge on Renegade. They make their way to the grand finals. And it's so ironic because, of course, my loud mouth, I run into Bound backstage on Friday and I say something smart to him. I said, hey, are you going to make a play this event or something? He goes, like, he said something about my career. And I said, I need you to make a finals before you comment.
So here we go. Grand finals for Bound.
Well done, Bound.
Grand finals as Cloud9 are headed to this rematch against Optic Gaming, and I cannot wait for the grand finals. I'm still at a loss for words. We saw FaZe take down Cloud9 earlier in the tournament, but once again, Clutch, like I said, when it matters most, when your backs are against the wall and you're playing for a spot in the grand finals, Cloud9 are legends for a reason.